for our day some more Day of Vegans, the crossover, and Wendell has decided to join us for this one. So today we are looking at Justice Society of Superheroes 74. As I said in another video, I have got this whole crossover and I started to review it, and now I am trying to course correct and do it in order. So far I have done Day of Vegans number 1 and number 2 and Justice Society number 73. And part of the problem is that the Justice Society of Superheroes, the first 3 tie-in issues from their book, they all take place in between Day of Vegans 1 and 2. Wendell has gone now. So we have got this comic, we've got a cover, Alex Ross again. It's Hawking Girl with Stephen Hawkman stood behind her. And the cover is not that bad by Alex Ross standards. It's just he bloody loves popping members of the Justice Society in front of a completely black background. What has happened so far in Day of Vegans is the Spectre, he has gone evil, and Captain Marbles, the real one, Billy Batson, he has been sent to go and fight him. And we start off with Dr. Fates and his bird. And this is kind of the expanded version of that fight scene we saw a little bit of in Day of Vegans number 2, where Spectre fights Dr. Fates. And I was critical of this scene in number 2, and it's not any better here. You think it would be, what with Dr. Fates and Spectre both being characters associated with this book, you think they would show it a bit more or expand upon it, but they didn't. And what we see here, it is completely different to what we saw in the main series. Here, they offer just as bad a fate for Dr. Fates. Pun intended, mate. Then we have got Black Adam and the Pratt, and they are flying and they are talking about another story that happened where the Pratt teamed up with Black Atom and they took control of Black Atom's country. And they were talking about this a lot in the issue before this, and I said in that video that I have not read this story. I think it might be called World War I. This bit bothers us though. The Pratt, he gets to put up a better fight against the Spectre than Dr. Fates. The Pratt, he shouldn't stand a chance against Spectre. And Dr. Fates, he is definitely the more viable contender for actually stopping the Spectre. Dr. Fates, he only got a page, he didn't get a D out. And here, the Pratt, he gets a better showing despite being truly underpowered. The Spectre, he wants to destroy this country because it is like a magical country and he hates magic now. Then we have got the rest of the Justice Society of Superheroes, and there's a lot of characters, and there is a lot of boring characters too, and they are flying off to join the fight against the Spectre. And we have got a nice little editing mistake here, because Captain Marbles, the real one, Billy Batson, he says, "I thought that was obvious." It's meant to say, "I thought that was obvious." Was Tom Beaver guest editing this comic or something? This picks up from the end of Day of Vegans number 1, when we saw Captain Marbles, the real one, Billy Batson. We saw Shazam the Wizard send him off to go and fight the Spectre. And this is what he was up to between number 1 and number 2 of the main series. He went to the Justice Society of Superheroes for help. And we get a lot of talking here, a lot of talking. And they're talking about what's happening with the Spectre and Calypso. And it's better than anything in the first 2 issues of Day of Vegans. It does have that John Jeffries thing though. It's a bit too concerned with continuity. Like there's a part where they are talking about two characters and they use their real names and I have no idea who they are. There's good little character moments though, and then we have got a fight between Black Adam and the Spectre, and this is good too. I'll read some of it actually. You dare touch me? You dare terrorize my home? It is God's wrath, not my God. And then he smashes right through him. You are not welcome on these lands, creature. Someone has taken name-calling advice from Mike Diddy Dardo. Your soul is stained with murder, Black Adam. Your magic misused, yet the wizard allows it. But even he cannot hide from me forever. Black Adam, he is defeated, and he asks the Pratt to hide him away so that all his people, they cannot see him, looking weak and defeated. And then all the Justice Society of Superheroes show up to fight the Spectre. Although I don't know what Mr. Terrificals thinks he's gonna do against the Spectre. So we start again. Oh, well, we've got this really long advert to take you out of the story first. Here we have got Minuteman and Jakeem Thunders being boring. We get a variety of fights with the Spectre, and Black Adam, he jumps in. He doesn't want the Justice Society of Superheroes to be seen as the saviors of his country, so he's like fighting Stephen Hawkman, and we get solid fights, like there's Captain Marbles, the real one, Billy Batson, and Supergirl fighting Black Adam, and Sandman from the Metallica song. And then Jakeem Thunders, he gets his genie out, and excitingly the Spectre, he appears to kill both the genie and Jakeem Thunders. And then we end with Stargirl, who is canny hot, and I never mention it. She is talking to the Pratt, and it's a good little character bit. And then Calypso shows up, and she's not looking as sexy as she did in the issue before this one, but she is still worth a go. And that is how we end it. This is good. There's little problems, but as a fight issue, you've got good pieces. As part of Dale Vegans, I'd even say it is good. It is a good tie-in. You get fights with the Justice Society of Superheroes and the Spectre, and they obviously don't warrant inclusion in the main story, so it's good to flesh those out here. This is good. I rate it 7 thumbs up.